started. So, back with another Coach's Corner with Madison Prep. I got the honor to speak with Coach, Coach Landry Williams. Coach, thank you for giving me that.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Let's get into it. I mean, U High game. We actually filmed a show. It's called the Play of the Week show. And yesterday, one of our LSU writers, Jason Jr., we were talking about the game. He's asked me. I told him probably one of the best games I've ever seen. Like
it was
TV, like being there live, it didn't matter. Like one of the craziest games I've ever been to. Let's kind of talk about that a little bit.
Well,
performance.
Just like on a normal game, we watch film, we scout film, and we just came up with a game plan.
Yeah.
The guys are familiar with each other, and we do a little 7-on-7 over the summer.
Yeah.
And hey, it was a game that both teams were locked in and focused on. Nobody really wanted to lose, so it just came down to we had the ball last in the best situation. So hats off to my guys. We came out, we played real well.
Yeah.
We had some adversity, but we still stayed strong in there, and we was able to close out and come out with the victory.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, talk about like first quarter was 16, you open up the game with like 16-0, I think, and then all of a sudden at halftime it's tied up. Then you go in and they get the ball back, and all of a sudden they got 30 unanswered points. Just came out of nowhere, and then you guys just ended up coming back. So how proud of your team, I guess. To stay in there, kind of show their character, as players, and
Yeah, ironically, I kind of walked my guys through it. We're a young team. We hadn't played a lot of games as a team.
Yeah.
I think we only had 6 guys that played last year, returning starters.
Yeah.
So I told them maybe, we're going to jump out. We may have some, we may jump out. We may make some good plays, big plays, but we're fighting. So if you're fighting, you're going to get punched.
Yeah.
So you can't be afraid to get punched. So we came out punching, and they swung back, and they punched us back in the mouth. And they made it, a game, made it real competitive. Yeah. As we expected it to be. We didn't think we were going to walk in and just run over the guys.
Yeah.
Keep it real. But I try to get my guys mentally prepared. I try to talk them through scenarios that could possibly happen. And and it pretty much happened the way he said. Like, we're gonna get punched in the back. Might get punched in the mouth. We're gonna have to be grouped. Yeah. And we just gotta come out and continue to fight. And David had a good game. Tyler had a great game. Tony Lewis had a great game running the football. But most importantly, our offensive line played really well. And then defense, they played well. They read their keys, and they did what the scout team said. They was going to do a probability that they would probably do, or likely to do. And but I was real mostly proud with my offensive line, because we had some up and down games, but this game here they played solid all the way through. And my hats off to those guys. We give them a hard time. Hey, we've been riding them real hard.
A little bit. But I know there's been a little change in the offensive line here and there.
Yeah, it's just been constantly on the offensive line, coach, constant. So to see the guys, rise to the occasion is big for us. I think overall as a team, because we pretty much expect Tyler to come along. We know David and Trey are going to do what they do. Yeah, cool. Tony has been silent since he's been here, but the offensive line to me was the key. Defensively, that's where it starts offensively, and defensively the same. We playing a lot of young guys on the defensive side of the ball, but it was the guys locked in. We had a good week of practice, and it showed that we started to mature a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
Sure.
And it's a good time to mature. Ready to go to the playoffs. It's getting close. It's getting a little chilly. It's feeling like playoff time. So I think we came across where we all of a sudden we right on schedule. It looked like a total setback. It wasn't going in. Things wasn't going according to plan. And it was real grimy and ugly practices in some games. But now hopefully we start getting gel together and just start to be one.
Yeah, get that connection and relationship, I guess, together. I want to go back on you talking about rising to the occasion. One of the players specifically to the UI game, Tyler goes out. I don't remember if it was he gets sacked or anything.
His helmet came off.
His helmet came off. That's all I know.
His helmet came off.
And the backup quarterback, I believe, was his name Lawrence, right?
Yeah.
Lawrence comes in, and I was sitting there. I just thought he was just gonna hand the ball.
No.
T-Lou was gonna run it, and then Tyler comes back in. No.
And we call the plays. We call the plays as. Like we practice. We practice him throwing the football. Hey, you came in, we didn't. Hey, you gonna make this throw. You gotta just come right in, you read your keys, they give you a certain look, that's where we going.
Yeah. I mean, he rose to the occasion.
Yeah,
right
that
there.
was
I mean,
big. That was
one
big,
play in, I mean, he throws the ball up. Good ball too.
Perfect ball.
Yeah, it was right up there. Like David comes up and just makes a big time play.
Yeah.
Big time players make big time plays.
That's what it's all about.
So, Coach, I want to go into this week's game. I know you guys are traveling down the road to New Orleans to play Warren Easton. How do you feel your team kind of matches up against them, and how you feeling about this game this week?
I would say it's kind of hard to match up against those New Orleans teams.
Yeah.
Just cut right to the chase. Those guys are different.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
they're made different. And, you know, Warren Easton has always been a solid program. Always in the, you know, at either winning it out or you know, or right on the doorstep of winning it out. Great program, class program. So that's why I scheduled them. I scheduled them because to me, our strength level and our district schedule is not like it's been. We lost a couple teams out of the district, and you don't want your guys to get close to the end of the regular season and
start playing some of these teams.
yeah, we
They're
want
not
to
giving
keep
you
the
that
level up. They're
competition,
not giving you the challenge that you're going to, you know, see in the playoff atmosphere that you're going to have when you,
go down the road.
you know, and all our games are important. All our games prepare us for playoff.
Yeah, of course.
That's all I, you know.
That's what the regular season
It's all about the last, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this side of the district drawing, it's 5. I mean, it's 3, but normally it's those 5 weeks that we prepare for those 5 weeks. You know, everything is geared towards preparing for those last 5 weeks.
Yep. There it is. Coach, last thing, I know you're talking about the offensive line, talking about the whole offense as a whole. Is there any player that's kind of maybe struck out to you kind of specifically, you know, from, you know, week 1 and Brother Martin and to this coming week going against Warren Easton? Has anyone, you know, kind of taken that kind of like leap or jump, you know, you've seen?
Henry Bell.
Okay. I like that one. Henry
Bell. I mean, he is a big left tackle.
He is.
Smart, strong, but he hadn't really played to his potential yet.
Okay.
But I saw something
You saw a little
Friday
bit this
night.
week?
I saw a glimpse of what I, you know, envisioned him being. And I was like, son, if you can play on that level, if you continue to play on that level, you know,
you can be an unstoppable force.
You can be an unstoppable force, and you can really do well for our program. You can go on and be able to play on Saturday nights without a doubt. Because he got the size, he got all the.
He's got all the size, he got the mechanics. I mean, I think it's just, you know, getting that experience.
Grades. I mean, he's really what you want.
Yeah.
And we've been on him by riding to the occasion and being the leader. And he came out and he was focused and he really played real well at that left tackle position.
No, I mean, I think from week 1 and come to now, I mean, I feel like he's really improved a lot, and he's really kind of this, kind of like the stronghold, or, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
he's the rock of the group, I'd say.
Yeah,
you know?
he is, no doubt.
All right, I think that's it, Coach. I want to thank you for your time today, and good luck this weekend.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Of course.